but do not currently either have the sample kits or have the mechanism for the PPE. You know, they don't have the gloves, they don't have the mask, they don't have the mechanism to safely take the sample. So there's two different terminologies that we use. We say, you know, can I get tested? So what that really means is, can I get the test sample collected? So what it is there's a collection kit, and it's a large kind of Q-tip looking swab, and that swab gets inserted into the nasal cavity, and its sample is taken and put into a medium, basically a plastic tube, and that's sent away. Nobody in Okeechobee has the ability to give a positive or negative result. That is sent to either a commercial lab, or if Department of Health is doing it, it's sent to the state lab, the Department of Health lab in Miami. The test results are being anywhere from 3 to 7 days to get a result back. That is called a test kit. So that collection kit is run through a machine that has a test kit, and that test kit will then say whether the result is positive or negative. That result will then go back to the entity that requested that sample or collected that collection kit, that swab, that nasal, they call it a nasal pharyngeal that's collected.
Okay. Commissioner Culpepper.
This is probably going to sound pretty silly and pretty corny, but I was watching.
Mike, please.
I was watching. No, what was it working?
His mic's not working here.
Testing. I hate testing people. Testing.
There
Okay.
you go.
This might sound kind of silly, but being in the medical field that I was as a paramedic, it started to make a lot of sense. One of the things that was pointed out in this interview with one of the doctors, foremost doctors that has studied the coronavirus, says that the nasal passages and the nasal membranes are the coolest part of the body. That's why the virus tends to go there until it then becomes healthy enough to go into the lungs. This sounds really goofy, and it did to me too, but it works. Once the temperature reaches 136 degrees Fahrenheit, the virus falls apart and just disintegrates, okay? And I said, well, how would you get the temperature up to 132 degrees? The answer was you use a blow dryer, because it's capable of doing that. So you hold a blow dryer in front of your face and you inhale with your nose, and it kills all the viruses in your nose. So that sounds like a really simplified way of doing things, but sometimes the cures for some of these diseases are very simple. And also, like if you're worried about it going into your lungs, just that's where it goes and turns into pneumonia. You can also put a pan of water on the stove where it starts to make steam and inhale it. So it sounds almost too easy, but at this point, I think, you know, anything is worth trying. Just want to pass that off, because that doesn't cost anything. Most everybody has a blow dryer, everybody has a stove and can heat water up and can inhale that water, and you can also through your nose, and that also will kill it.
Okay.
So I would just caution residents to, you know, if there's lots of misinformation out there, and in fact, we just got notified today that we had to immediately identify a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week phone number that the Department of Health could answer from poison control, because, you know,